Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next series in the game, for my channel at least. We are doing Mega Man, and we are playing off the Mega Man Legacy Collection on the PlayStation 4, which includes Mega Man, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, 4, 5, 6, ironically no 7 and 8 like in the PS2 Anniversary Collection. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. Let's not waste any time. We start off with the original in 1987. The Blue Bomber was introduced, and here we have Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Bombman, Fireman, and Electman. 6 of Dr. Light's robots that were turned evil by Dr. Wily. More on that later, but first we are going to tackle Bombman stage. Here's a plot synopsis of what happened. You know, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily, they're both scientists and they both create robots. And I'm just going to say that for story's sake, if this is not correct by any chance, feel free to correct me. You know, Dr. Light was getting a lot of recognition and, he was like, yeah, contributions to society for his robot creations and stuff like that. And of course, when one person is successful and you both work together, someone has to be the jealous one. And Dr. Wily was the jealous one. So he took 6 of Dr. Light's robots and reprogrammed him for his evil bidding. And now Dr. Wily wants to take over the world because of it. Talk about jealousy issues. Man, you think that's just as evil as like an ex-girlfriend stalking her old dude on Facebook and like going to his house to see who this new chick that she's talking to? And I'm getting way too off way too off with that, or probably accurate, who knows. But yeah, now Mega Man has decided to convert himself into a robot. Fuck you, I'm just gonna, you know what, that's fine, I'll just off screen you. There we go. Gotta love the 8-bit the 8-bit shit. So yeah, basically Mega Man decided to be converted into a robot to help to stop Dr. Wily from committing all these evils and restore peace back into the world. Now, of course, in America he's known as Mega Man. In Japan, he was known as Rockman. Now, son of a bitch, he was known as Rockman. Now, when it came to the localization, when they decided to bring this game over, they decided to switch the name from Rockman to Mega Man, which I never understood. Somebody at Capcom was smoking a good doobie that day. But come on, screw you. I'm just gonna skip. There we go. Can someone give me an energy pellet, please? I need energies. I am not... Jesus Christ! And I get destroyed by that motherfucker. There we go. There we go. See, like little cheap shots here and there. You don't want to do that. So I lost my train of thought. Couldn't let that happen. They actually go into Mega Man's backstory in Mega Man 4 of all games. Why it took them 3 games to discuss it, but his name in Japan was Rockman, and localization changed to Mega Man. Not sure why, because he has a robot sister who's a maid of sorts. Not of sorts, she is an actual maid. Come on. These are Sniper Joes, the most annoying enemies in the game. Yeah. So Rock and Roll Kids, and he was also developed by Keiji Inafune, who is no longer with Capcom as of God knows how many years. And his default color is blue, and the reason why he is blue is because of limitations of the NES color palettes. So in other words, so many colors that you can have, and blue seemed to be the best one available. Whoa. And there we go. We defeated our first Robot Master in Bomb Man. Easiest one to Mega Buster. That is the name of Mega Man's little pea shooter that pew 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 pew. You know, that's the name of it anyways. So now we defeated Bomb Man, and what normally the game doesn't tell you is once you defeat a Robot Master, you obtain your ability. So we're going to use Bomb Man to go after Guts Man. How many points is he worth? 100,000 points. Not that points mean anything in this game. They don't really mean a damn thing. It just, I guess, for the first shot, they decided to go with, you know, how the arcade styles back were, how it was in the arcade style back in the days, where a majority of games was the objective to, you know, get a high score. And I think they decided to try that, and it failed miserably because after this game, you never see a point system ever again. There really is no point to the point system. Okay, I'll stop. So anyway, we got 6 Robot Masters, and we have basically, you know, Dr. Wily's favorite Robot Master, and I say favorite because he has the biggest, what the hell? He just glitched out, and so did this one. That's not supposed to happen. Holy smokes. Alright, okay, well, I don't know what I did there, but okay, we'll just go with it. So, and again, I lost my train of thought because of that. I have never seen that happen before. Never seen anybody glitched out for Mega Man. Because we're not playing this on the NES, we're playing this on the PS4 for goodness sakes. Okay, you know what, you're gonna cause too much damage, so let me pea shoot you from afar. Oh, you suck. So now we go through the doors and we fight the last of the enemies here. And next we're going to fight Guts Man. And like I mentioned, we are in this stage, of course. Ooh, energy pellet, nice. Those white glowy things is your energy. And I don't think I have to explain this, but the top left is in your life bar. And the green bar is your weapon energy bar. And now, in true Mega Man fashion, we are going to jump through the boss door. Once you know the Robot Master's weakness, they go down like nothing. Take for example, if I could stop failing, thank you. Come on. There we go. Oh, you've been behaving really good for me, Guts Man. And there you go. That's 2 down, and we're only 8 minutes in. My goodness. Whoo! This is wonderful. We are making great time. And I say that now, but when we get into Electro Man, each and every single time I've played it, it always causes nothing but trouble. But we're going to go to Cut Man first. Now, Cut Man is another Robot Master that you can easily Mega Buster as well. You know, he's not too much of a hassle. Bomb Man, you just shoot from left to right, and then you just move forward from there. And I'm trying so hard not to... Come on, there we go. No. Yeah. Fucker! Get away from me. There we go. So now we're on Cut Man, and... Yes. Whoop, there. Oh, you know what? Screw you. I don't got time for this. Ain't nobody got time for that. There we go. It has been a while since I played the original Mega Man because, you know, this is not exactly... When people talk about favorite Mega Man games, I can tell you right now, this doesn't even make the list. The first one in the series. And one of the biggest flaws of the original Mega Man game was that there was no password system. For Mega Man 2 onwards, there was always a password system, you know, if you got a game over, once you beat a stage. So that way, when you restart it, you could input the password and continue on from where you left off. No such thing in this game. So you know what that means. If you were playing this on the original NES back in the day, and say, for example, the cartridge froze, or the game froze because the cartridge got kicked, or you kicked the power cord out, and you've gotten so far into Mega Man that you're almost close to beating it. And then, you know, all of a sudden something happens, a power surge, a thunderstorm that knocks out electricity to the house or something. when you turn the game back on, you would have to start it all over again. And man, oh man, was it irritating. And if I'm not mistaken, originally there was not going to be a sequel for this. The only reason why a sequel exists is because the developers, in their own free time, you know, besides working on other projects, decide to work on the second Mega Man game in their own time. So, you know, this was something that, you know, I believe, you know, Keiji Inafune had a lot of, you know, he had a lot of hopes for this, and he wanted, you know, he wanted this to be a success. So hence, he made this a sequel, and Mega Man 2 is considered probably the greatest classic Mega Man game of all time. Arguably, of course. Well, I can't say arguably, because now that I think about it, Mega Man 3 was good. Mega Man 3 was good. 4 was, you know, was pretty good. You know, it was good as well. 5 was just boring. 6 was good. 7 may have reused quite a bit of assets from classic games, but it was still pretty good in my opinion. Not a lot of people like it. Mega Man 8 is, for some, it's so-so. And 9 was pretty awesome. 10 was meh. So, and yes, we are going to go through all 10 of the Mega Man games. Now, I went in there without switching to Gutsman's weapon, because what I need to do is... Booyah! Come on. You're done. Ow! If you can manage to hit Cutman with those 2 blocks, he immediately dies. Otherwise, you have to Mega Buster him. And let's see. Oh, boy. Here we go. 12 minutes in. This stage gives me so much shit. Even during previous recordings, previous test plays, I've always hated Electro Man stage. But his music is kick fucking ass, man. Come on. If I can get up there. There we go. Now, the reason why, well, not only that Electro Man's weak to, you know, to Gutsman's weapon as well. There is also an item in here that you have to get, and you need Gutsman's weapon for it to be able to get it. It is non-optional weapon, or a device or power-up, whatever you want to call it. It is actually mandatory if you want to beat the game. So, if you go through all the other stages first and already defeat Electro Man, you go through Dr. Wily stages, there's going to be one part where you're going to need that magnet missile, and, you know, there we go. Okay, sorry, I had to concentrate there for a second. And you need that magnet missile in order to actually beat the game. If not, you're really not going to get anywhere. And disappearing, reappearing blocks. The first Mega Man game to use it, and I can assure you, it will not be the last. How often do they use it? Oh, let's just say every single fucking game. And we're just going to stay here a minute because these fuckers like to pop up. Whoa, there we go. There we go. They when you're climbing up, and, well, actually, let me tell you what happened during my test playthroughs. There, you saw in the beginning of the stage, there was a couple of sections where you just climbed up with nothing but ladders. Now, those enemies, if you don't place yourself right, will hit you. Guess what happens if you get hit? You just go straight down, and there's no ground to, you know, there's no solid ground to land on. So you just keep falling and falling all the way back down. And guess what happened to me during those multiple tests and playthroughs? And here is the weapon that I'm talking about that you need Gutsman's weapons for. The magnet missile. I believe that's what it's called. Feel free to correct me if I am wrong. You know, it has been a while since I played the original Mega Man, because like I said, this is not something that people will go back to. There's a reason why the sequels were a whole lot better than this. Kind of like Crash Bandicoot in a way. The first Crash Bandicoot was great, but when the second and third game came out, there was no need. Excuse me, there was no need to go back to the first one, unless you just wanted to know how it got its start. Oh, wrong one. Come on, pause it. There we go. I accidentally used the magnet missile. Come on, fall down, fall down. There we go. Let's just go ahead and use Guts Man's weapon here. There we go. Now we're going to use a Magnet Missile here. Now what this does is you can create platforms with it. Jump on that. I said jump on that. There we go. If you hold down the button, boom, makes a long one. And then you can walk on it temporarily. So let's just go ahead and switch out of that. You do need that for one of the Wily stages near the end of the game. If you don't have it, then you have to come back to Electro Man stage. And if I'm not mistaken, if you exit the Wily stages, you have to start from the first Wily stage. I could be wrong. Again, correct me if I am wrong on that. And we'll just see how it goes. Woo! So now we are nearing the end of Electro Man stage here. I would equip Cutman's weapon from the bottom here because, for example, if you try to equip a different weapon while you're on the ladder, you just immediately fall. So just go ahead and prepare ahead of time and watch out for these, these laser things because they will. Ooh, that was close. All right, get up there just a little bit more. There we go. Now, Electro Man, if you're going for a Buster only run, is probably the hardest boss to Buster. So if Cutman's weapon only needs is 3 hits, and his electricity fucking hurts. There we go. Managed to get in the nick of time, and without losing a life. Without losing a life as well. We are doing very good here. So what's this? Let me see. That is 4 Robot Masters already. My goodness. And we're only 17 minutes in. And, well, you know what? I think while the going gets good, I will end it right here. So if you like what you see, hit the like button on that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content, for more old school, new school, everything in between. Follow me on my Twitter account, Twitch, same handle name. And with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hope you have yourselves a fantastic night. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Good night.